Hello, amazing, beautiful people. I can't tell you how excited I am to be starting season 4. All about living life by design, not by default. You know, the keys to happiness, they're in your hands. And I'm going to help you do that today. So, we're going to start with dynamic decluttering. It's about resetting the room, but it's not just about resetting the room in front of us. It's about resetting the room inside of us. Because actually, life is an inside out game, just quietly. So, I'm going to ask you a few questions because it's always good to start thinking before I even give you any information, because you've got to process this for yourself. Let me tell you, I'm not the answer, you are. So let's start. And I want you to think about how many things do we do in our day that we actually do without thinking, without being aware of it. I reckon it's probably thousands, maybe even tens of thousands. I don't go, oh, I'm going to make a coffee. Let me see. I need to get up. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to put the coffee machine on, etc. I don't think about it. I just do it. And then how many learned behaviors have we taken on without being aware of why we do it? And actually, some learned behaviors are flipping brilliant. I am up for the fact that without thinking about it, at boarding school, I was programmed to make my bed every morning. And I just do it. I do it without thinking. But you know what? It sets me up. I reset my room. I'm ready to go. I leave to get on with my day. When I come back at night, my bedroom's all ready. It's ready for me to snuggle in at night time. But how much time do we waste by blindly accepting our bad behaviors and those behaviors without questioning them, without questioning why I do something? So those are my 3 questions, just to get you thinking, get you into the space, because it's so important that we live our best lives today for tomorrow, because we want to pay it forward. I don't want to be in debt for my future. So we're about to go on a mission together to be future present in our lives, to challenge ourselves as to why we do things. And is it in line with where we want to go and who we want to be? Is it in line with our chosen identity? Is it in line with our success? Is it in line with all of that stuff? Or do we just need to do a little bit of moving, a little bit of alignment, realignment to get us back on track? I want to make sure that every choice I make pays it forward in bucket loads, not just now, but in the future too. So that's all very well as a concept, I guess. But how does that really, what does it really mean? Come on, Sal, let's be honest. Okay, so let me give you an example. And I want you to think about this. You're going to have to pause this in a minute and think for yourself. Or you just literally just press the pause button. But I want you to think, what is the identity that tells you that you're living your best life? What do you need to ask yourself? What does your best life look like? So just pause and think about that. And if you're not pausing, I'm going to share a little bit of mine, but I'll just give you, because if you need to have some ideas, here we go. My best life is the one where, let me think about what that is for me. It's one where I have peace and contentment and love, and often laughter, but that love in all circumstances, rather than anxiety, stress, or worry. You know what? I'm really blessed that generally speaking, that's where I live. Yes, I still get pulled back, but I've got a few of these strategies to help me get out and get out quick. I want a life for me. My best life has been deeply connected with God and genuinely knowing and loving the people around me, rather than having thousands of likes on a virtual platform from people I don't know. So actually, that's a note to anybody listening to this. I want to get to know you. You get to know me. You get to see me every week. I open up, I share, I'm vulnerable, I'm here. So just put a comment in. Let me interact with you. Let me know who's listening, who's watching. Otherwise, it's just a bare screen. And quite frankly, that's as dull as dishwater. But anyway, okay, so 1, 2. First was peace. Second was deeply connected. The third for me is I want to add massive value. I want to pour it out, not take it in. I want to give to people, not worry about what I can get. And so I want to add massive value in my work and my play rather than taking it away. And the fifth thing for me is I want to live authentically with integrity. I don't want to be living a lie. I want to be living true to who I am and what my destiny is, with everything out in the open rather than secrets and things hidden behind doors. You know what? That was part of the joy of writing The Great Exchange. Did you know I became an international bestseller overnight? How cool is that? Just quietly. So if you're looking for that and actually you want to see my hidden things, there's nothing hidden. I've got naked on the page and I said it how it was. I talked about things that most people wouldn't talk about, because actually when it's out in the open, you can see it for what it is. So bring it on. You can get that book on Amazon at the moment. Great Exchange by Sally J. Webb. Anyway, I am fit and healthy. That's what I want to be. I want to be fit and healthy, overflowing with joy rather than being sick. And I actually want to be physically fit as well as mentally fit and spiritually fit. It's quite key for me that it's a whole thing together. It's not just one or the other. So that's me. Tell me about you. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. You know, who you want to become or who you want to be or what your identity is. Let me know. So dynamic decluttering starts with resetting your room, your internal attitudes and behaviors. That when you change your inside, the outside changes. Funny that, because everything starts with you. The keys to happiness, the treasure inside of you is like next level. We just need to uncover it. We just need to find it. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited that we're going to go on this journey together. Remember, life doesn't happen for you or to you. It happens because of you. It happens because of the choices you make, because of the things you choose to do. The most successful people on this planet didn't achieve their success by one step or paying one person to do something. Yes, they will have paid people to do things to help them to work things out. And by the way, if you ever want to do any coaching with me, you can totally come and hang out with me. And you can find out where to do some coaching on www.inspiringperspectives.co.nz. But ultimately, what they did was take small steps, a series of small steps, each incremental step adding together one on top of the other, compound interest, to get them to where they want to be. And what you'll find, if you ever see that image of the iceberg, you know, you see the bit of the iceberg on the top, but most of it's underneath. Most of the work we don't see. We just see the surface level. So I've got 7 points that I just want to share with you that take you to make you, help you to think about your habits, help to deconstruct and reconstruct if that's what we need to do with our habits. So first thing, as we started, and I said to you to pause, I asked you to pause and encourage you to pause, is know who you want to be and what you really want from your life. Because that's your success. That's your personal success. You know, what you want. And then the second is to be aware of our actions. If we're not aware of them, we can't change them and we can't shift them. We can't even go, yes, that's brilliant, if we're not even aware we're doing it. And then the next two are together because they're like say yes or say no. So say yes to actions that serve you and say no to actions that don't. But actually, before we can say yes or no, we probably need to do number 5. I need to swap those around, I think. We need to pause and reflect on what actions are in line with our future self and where we want to be, our identity, and what aren't. And you know what? Eating desserts is not going to help me get fit and healthy. But anyway, we're not going there right now. So the 6th thing is, if it's a no, like the desserts, then I've got to look for the great exchange. What will bring me the outcome or you the outcome that you're looking for? And I love it. You know, I've just been, here we go, look, just been reading James Clear, Atomic Habits again, because as if it wasn't brilliant the first time round. And he talks about making it easy, attractive, and rewarding. So let's do that for ourselves. And then we want to celebrate your wins. Woo-hoo! I'm brilliant. And track the progress. Because what you focus on expands. So let's look at the good stuff. Okay. You might be saying, Sally, that sounds a long list and it sounds a bit complicated. So can you just debunk it for me and make it really simple? Well, let me give you an example because I find examples are the easiest way to understand stuff. So if I want to be connected and authentic, so now number 1, I want to be connected and authentic. So let me know if you want what you want to be. Number 2, the first thing I've got to do is be aware of my current habit. Okay, so one of my current habits is dozing off, and sometimes, I can't believe I'm admitting this, taking an hour to get out of bed after my alarm goes off. And my snooze goes like 10 minutes, then it goes 8 minutes, then it goes 6 minutes, and I just doze off in between. And I think I'm listening to my Bible, but actually I'm dozing off. So I have to ask my question. I ask myself, is this action, the alarm going off, me listening to my Bible, dozing off, is this in line with my identity and being authentic to who I want to be? Well, if it's a yes, we carry on. If it's a no, we have to reflect and think about it. So for me, I'm like, oh, hold on a minute. I keep dozing off. So am I really listening to that Bible? What am I doing? Why am I procrastinating? Why am I not getting up? Anyway, I'm not going to worry about the why I'm not doing stuff. I want to go, where are the mornings that work really well for me? Because it's not every day. And I go, oh, that's right. The mornings when I get straight up because I've got to do something, I've got to be somewhere, I make sure that I'm up and I'm ready to go before that. And so those mornings I get straight up, I'm listening to my Bible as I go through my morning routine. And so I'm like, oh, is that better? Maybe that's a yes and the others are a no. So what I've got to look for is the great exchange on those days when I'm snoozing. And so what I need to do is make it really easy. And this is how I make it easy. The first thing I do actually is the night before. I drink a glass of water before I go to bed. The advantage of that is when I wake up in the morning, well, there's 2 advantages actually. For those of us with menopause, it gets rid of the hot sweats at night. And the second is I need to pee when I get up. So brilliant. I have to get out of bed. My rule is once I'm out of bed, I'm up. So it's brilliant. Okay, so that's easy. Don't actually have to do anything. My physical body does it for me. Fantastic. Attractive. Okay, wouldn't be attractive if I was stood here with no clothes on just quietly. So have my clothes ready and laid out to go. Boom, I've got it all ready in the morning. And let me tell you, if I do that the night before, it takes me 3 minutes. If I do that and try, oh, do I wear this shirt with this? Do I wear a dress today? Whatever the scenario is, it takes me about 20 minutes. It's nuts. So if I do it in the morning, so get it set up the night before. Brilliant. So no thinking involved. See, that's attractive to me. Just get up and go. And then is it rewarding? Find something that listens to make it rewarding. Okay, let's have a look at this scenario. Listen to the Bible in a Year with Nikki Gumbel as I go through my morning routine. So I have everything covered and done by 7 a.m. Ooh, that sounds rewarding. I'm dressed, I've been to the loo, I'm showered, brushed my teeth, face washed. Oh my goodness, I have to share with you. Recently, I discovered the most beautiful skincare range. Here it is. Amia Skincare. You can get it online. It's amazing. New Zealand made, beautiful products. It's making me glow. I don't even use makeup these days. Anyway, and then I also have my first 250 mils of water for the day. I make my bed, my curtains are opened, the room is reset, I have a cup of tea, healthy breakfast, I'm fed and watered physically, mentally and spiritually. Flipping gold! As if that's not rewarding in itself. Whew. And then I need to celebrate my win. So I did that this morning. So I do it with my happy dance. That's my happy dance, by the way. And I do that whenever I achieve something. It gets me up, gets my heart going. I feel so much better. And I write it down. I write it down to say, yes, I've done it. Because winners have done lists. How cool is that? So that's my little reflection for you. There's 7 points there. How to really rework and have dynamic design of your day and to really change and move and declutter the things you don't want. So let's have a look at your dynamic decluttering and have a quick summary. I encourage you today to consider 1, who you want to be, your chosen identity, and what you really want in your life. Because then we've got the point. We know where we're going. We've got the direction. It's like, boom, we're going in this direction. Because actually, otherwise, you can't tell yourself whether you've done well or not. It's nuts. So 2, think about 1 to 3 actions you take every day and question whether they're serving you for now and for your future self. Drinking water is going to be much better for me. Or my peppermint tea. Here we go. Got my peppermint tea right here. Drinking my peppermint tea is going to be much better than me drinking coffee. It's a good exchange. And then 3, start to track and celebrate your wins every day. So you can do your happy dance, you can write them down. And if you need a free quarterly progress planner and tracker, you can visit my website, www.inspiringperspectives.co.nz/contact and request a copy. I'll happily send it to you for free. So I'd love you to let me know whether this episode, how it's made you feel. Has it made you think about changes? Has it made you realize that you can actually design your life? And it doesn't take massive, big things. It doesn't, just little incremental steps. Just thinking about actually what you do and why you do it. Your comments are always warmly welcomed. And it's an absolute joy for me to read them and connect with you. I've mentioned that already because connection's key for me. So let me know. Good, bad, or ugly, let me know. Because I just want to connect with you. And take a moment to ask yourself, is there anyone you know that would be blessed by this week's episode? And if you think so, pass the love on and share it with them, along with why. And it might be that you've just been inspired today. It might be that you know that they would love some encouragement in their lives too. I believe it's time to share the love and make each of our own worlds a better place. The best time to truly start being your best self was about 20 years ago, and the next best time is now. So don't go on this journey of discovery and adventure alone. Bring a friend. It's so much more rewarding. Look, it has been amazing to hang out with you. It is always a joy, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. So I love you. God bless you. And until the next episode, have an amazing God bless time.